Hi, my name is Eric Goodwin, and I'm here to talk to you about the importance of individuality. Let me start this off with a little story about me. I am an identical twin, and for the majority of my adolescence, I didn't feel like an individual. I always felt like one of two instead of my own person. Although this was my reality growing up, I never thought being a twin was a bad thing. My brother and I were best friends growing up, and I always saw this experience in a positive light. It wasn't until that we separated as we went off to different colleges at the age of 18 that I realized how debilitating being a twin was on my individuality. After we immersed ourselves in different friend groups, joined different organizations, and seemingly developed different qualities that were our own, I realized how important individuality really is. I got a taste of real individuality, and I finally got to express myself for who I was rather than who we were. My father even complimented us by saying that he loves seeing us become our own persons, and I attribute this endearing compliment to us both finding our individual selves. Now, more than a year later, I can honestly say I am more confident, happy, and capable in my own personality and personal attributes. Although most of you watching may not be an identical twin, there's a valuable lesson on being true to yourself and being true to your own individuality that you can take away from this video. So please keep watching. This is why I made the video. Through hours of researching and studying in preparation for this presentation, I actually came across some very interesting research I'd like to share with you today. Ruth Veenhoven, a pioneer and world authority on happiness, conducted a test among 43 different nations comparing the individuality of their citizens compared to their assessed quality of life, so to speak. His data showed that the more individualized citizens of a country were, the happier they perceived their life to be. So based on actual facts by a world authority in the field of happiness, individuality can lead to a happier and better life. I think that everybody has a capability of becoming their own individual self, and in doing this, you'll become more confident in your personal strengths, you'll stand firm in your personal values, and you won't waver in making your own personal judgments and decisions in your life. You'll be a happier and better version of, well, you. You may be wondering, how can I become my own individual self? Aren't I always my own individual self? Well, for those of you interested, I've developed a few actionable steps that will help you start this process, because some of us may not be the most individual parts of ourselves that we really could be. Through following the steps that I'm about to show you, you'll be able to create a life that you love and create the biggest individual impact you can on the world. The first step to becoming your individual self is finding out what you're good at. In order to be your own individual self, you need to determine what strengths and skills you have that make you, you. This is a very hard step in the process, but it is definitely the most important in unraveling your own individual identity. You can teach yourself a lot of different things, but it's easier to start with the natural occurring strengths and skills that you have. Easy ways to find these out are to ask your friends and family what they perceive your strengths to be, because sometimes those that are closest to you have a better idea of what you're good at than even you do. Another way would be to complete strengths identification tests online, such as the Gallup Strengths Finder, that will help you narrow down your individual strengths and talents. Once you know what you're good at, you can move on to step 2. Find out what you like to do. You need to find out what you and only you enjoy doing in life. This may be challenging due to environmental factors that may try to determine for you what you should and shouldn't like. Don't let these discourage you. For example, say you were eating your favorite cake, and I came up to you and said, "Hey, that cake tastes disgusting." Are you going to stop eating it? Are you going to stop enjoying it? No, of course not. It's something that you and only you enjoy doing, so why would you let anybody tell you any different? Whether you like playing music, writing poems, playing with children, playing sports, operating machinery, reading books, building sculptures, or really anything, don't let the opinions and norms of others affect what you like to do. There's not enough time or reason in this life to do things you don't like to do. So find out what you like to do and what matters to you and go after it. The last actionable step is finding common ground between what you like to do and what you're good at and pursuing it. No matter what it is, if you're good at it and you also enjoy doing it, you will find major success in that activity. For example, I became an executive member of my fraternity that deals with alumni relations because I am good at setting up events and I enjoy making connections. Now this is just an example, but by following these steps, you'll increase your happiness and overall contribution in whatever you choose to pursue. You'll find extrinsic worth in the impact that you make on society, and you'll also find intrinsic worth in developing your own personal capabilities. There's an extended metaphor on the topic written by Erica Stonestreet that I'd like to share with you today. The difference between being your individual self and blending in is much like that between steering a boat and drifting in it. You can steer it in your own individual direction, or you can have the wind and the water take you downstream. Although there are many different things in life that may have a hand in steering your boat, being your own individual gives you more control on the direction you can take your life. Through this metaphor, I hope you realize the importance of being your own individual. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you realize the importance of individuality and you got started on the right track to becoming the truest and best version of yourself. After all, why not be yourself? Everybody else is taken. Thank you so much.